Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new writing vlog. So if you missed my last writing vlog, I will make sure to link it up above in the cards for you to check out. But same as that one, I am not committing to doing this vlog over a specific period of time. I'm just gonna kind of film until I feel like I have enough footage for a vlog, or up until like a significant point in the drafting process. But just to do a little bit of a recap, I'm currently drafting my very first adult rom-com. I'm titling it for now Mission Rom-Com, and where I left off the last vlog, I had just hit 11,000 words, or like almost 11,500 I think. So I've made good progress. I've finished Act 1, but now it's kind of time to go back to the drawing board, return to my unfinished outline, because I got a little impatient and I didn't finish Act 2 and like the big, you know, meaty fun and games part of Act 2 before I decided to start drafting. So that means that I am now at the part where I need to go back through and figure out how we get from point A to point B, because I have like the break into 2 and like a few parts of the fun and games at the beginning I figured out, and then I have the midpoint figured out, but nothing in between. So I need to figure out what's going on, and I've really come to terms with the fact that this book is going to be very bare bones for this first draft, and it's not all going to be there. There's definitely some like conflicts and subplots that I need to figure out and implement in later drafts, but my brain just is not there right now, and I think I just need to get the story down and just finish this draft, and then, you know, come back to it at a different point in my life when I feel a little bit more equipped to write it. I don't think I'm in the right headspace necessarily to give this book what it deserves, but I'm also not the kind of writer who's just gonna let this draft like rot here in an unfinished state. So I'm gonna finish it, and I'm sure there will be seeds of something good there, but right now I feel like I'm floundering a little bit with this project, and I just need to figure out what's going on with it. So it's currently September 12th, and I just finished editing a video and it's currently uploading, so I'm going to try to get some work done in the outline. But my plans for the week is I would kind of like to figure out this outline as quickly as possible, and like technically I could work on the outline and then go back to doing some drafting, because I do have enough figured out in the outline to keep writing for a little bit, and maybe I will do that just because I'm severely behind in my like word count tracker thing. So if I want to hit 50,000 words by the end of this month, I need to be at 23,000 words, like just over 23,000 words, and I am just over, like I said, 11,500. So I'm quite behind in my own little personal NaNoWriMo here. I also started this month with 5,240 words, so there's that as well. Now, do I genuinely think that I can get this book up to 50k? Probably not, no. Like, I've already left some placeholders in parts of, like, you know, I don't know how to get from point A to point B in a certain scene, or in a certain chapter, or I don't know conversations that need to happen or details that need to happen, because I didn't plan this book out well enough before beginning the drafting process. So I just don't think that I'm going to be able to get to 50k. So am I behind? I don't know. I'm gonna aim for 40k, which is obviously way too short for a adult rom-com. It's too short for a YA book, but sometimes that's just what I need to do. You know, like my first draft of my book What You Mean to Me was 41,000, and I got it up to like 60,000 I think in the second draft. So I know that I can do it. I just need to get the story down, the bare bones of it, and then I can come back to it when I feel better equipped, which I've already said. But yeah, so I think my plan is to try to get this outline done this week, but preferably in the first half of the week here. So like today and tomorrow, kind of. Maybe stretching it till Thursday. But I think I am going to try to do at least a little bit of drafting as well. Like, I don't expect to get like high word counts in, but over the next couple of days, my main priority is this outline, so I can just like fully throw myself into the drafting process again. Without any interruptions, because I just need to find a good flow with it, and I just haven't found a good flow with it. But I feel like I was getting there with my last couple of high word count days. I'm just kind of procrastinating at the moment because I don't really know where to start with this. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna like look at all of my notes and stuff, and just, you know, reacquaint myself with everything, see what is in the remainder of the book, just so I don't get confused on like scenes that I wanted to add, just making sure that they are not already in there somewhere. I don't have high hopes that this is gonna go super well today, but I am feeling motivated. I feel productive today, and I think it all has to do with the weather. Like, it's quite gloomy outside. I'm wearing a sweater, my favorite sweater. This is like always one of the first sweaters that I put on when the weather starts to get a little bit chilly. It's just like my favorite fall sweater, and I feel cozy. I'm gonna drink some hot chocolate later, which I'm really excited about. Like, I feel my summer seasonal depression leaving, and I feel the good vibes coming in the fall. So I'm very excited. I'm gonna try to get some work done. Now 8 p.m. I've just made myself a mug of hot chocolate in my cute new ghosty mug. It is hard to see me a little bit washed out. I hate to admit this, but I microwaved the water to boil it because we can't find our kettle. It got lost in the move somewhere. I don't know where it is, so I put it in the microwave. I've never done that before, and I wish to never do it again, so we need to find our kettle ASAP. But I really needed the hot cocoa vibes today. Actually, I wanted to have this light out. I wanted moodier lighting. Yeah, I wanted the moody lighting. Is this a good decision? I don't know. But I've just done some brainstorming for the fun and games in Mission Rom-Com. I went to the pen and paper because that usually helps me to get my feelings and thoughts out there faster and easier. So I basically just wrote down a bunch of different scenes that I thought could work, different tropes that I wanted my main character to play around with, and I'm having a lot of trouble filling in scenes in between their like little dates and little tropes that she's orchestrating. I'm having a hard time with the in-between stuff, so like what's happening when they are not together. So I am just gonna leave it. It's fine. So for this first draft, the fun and games beat is going to be very lackluster. It's gonna be very like just one thing happening after the other, without much breathing room or other things going on outside of the love interests, because I simply just do not have the brain power to figure it out right now. And I also just desperately want to be finished this draft so that I can work on something else. Because I truly just don't think this is the right time for me to like fully commit to this project. It's just not clicking. That being said though, I am pretty happy with what I did come up with today, and I do believe the end of the book is a little bit more fleshed out than this middle act 2 portion. I could be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure it's more worked out at the end, and I like where the end goes. And it does have like more fleshed out bits with like the other characters and stuff that you're just not gonna see all that much in the fun and games unless my brain just decides to work as I'm drafting and like ideas come to me, which sometimes does happen. Sometimes impromptu ideas occur, but I'm feeling pretty good about this work. So I just did it on paper, so I'm gonna now put it into the official outline on my computer, flesh the ideas out a little bit more. And then we'll see if I have any steam left in me, any fuel left, any energy left in me to actually get more drafting done. I did do some work. I probably wrote like a sentence. Oh no, I wrote 2 paragraphs. So that's something. And actually part of one of those paragraphs is a note to myself to describe something that I did not feel like describing, because I'm studying this book in New York, and I've only been to New York once, and it was 4 years ago, so I don't remember a whole lot of things. So I'm thinking that I need to take another trip to New York at some point to really like properly write this book and give it the attention it deserves, because I'm a very visual person when it comes to things like this, and I've done the whole Google Maps thing for my books before, but that's when it's in like my own city and it's in a place that I've been to many times. I just need to like visualize it fully, whereas something like this is like I've been there once, I don't remember it very well, I can't visualize the full scope of everything. and just seeing like little pictures or tidbits or like whatever, it's not helping me. So the New York vibes of this is not going to be as prominent as I want, because I feel like when you're setting a book in New York itself needs to almost be a character, and it needs to like play a bigger role. Like I just feel like New York is such a big important setting that it just needs to be more prevalent. And so far my only mention of it on the page is like a cab, which is like not actually New York specific. It's a very like cliche like New York thing. It's like you take cabs everywhere. Does that make any sense? I don't know. They are about to go to Central Park though, so there's that. And I am like planning on like including some different like New York places, like the New York Library and a bookstore. I was gonna do the Strand, but I think I might do like a lesser known bookstore actually, just to like get different vibes in there. Like I don't want it to just be like all of, like the cliche like touristy places, even though like it's probably going to be mainly that because I do not live in New York and I've only been there once as a tourist. So I'm going to put the outline bits that I've now come up with into my computer, and we'll see what time it is after that. We'll see how long it takes me. We'll see how much energy I have left and if I feel like trying to draft some more words. Yeah, I feel like I need to pull like a really big word count day at some point soon, because this book needs to be done this month. I do not want to be working on this in October. We're taking a cruise in October for a week, so already like I'm not going to be doing any writing then. And I'd really like to not have this hanging over my head. Like I'd much rather have something else going on. I really want to do novel revisions for What You Mean to Me. I'm just waiting for Kaylee to finish and get notes back to me. So like at least I'm working on something while I'm waiting for that. But like the second that comes in, I know that I'm going to want to like go through her notes and like figure out a revision plan and not be working on this. I'm hoping that as I'm typing it, even more ideas come, and I can flesh these things out even more, but I guess we're just gonna have to see. Okay, so it's now 10:30 and I've somehow gotten to the end of the fun and games beat. I was not expecting to get it all done today. I'm really happy that I did, because that means that I can jump full force back into writing tomorrow. But like, I did it. I did it. Is it great? No. Is there something there that's maybe semi-decent? Maybe. Basically, a lot of the beats are there. I think they'll stay. Some of it might be adjusted or like changed drastically in the next draft, but the bones of them are there, and there's definitely more scenes that I need to add like in between stuff. And like I said earlier, like maybe I'll figure it out as I'm writing. I don't know. I think it's more likely that I'll figure it out in revisions when I reread the book and figure out exactly what it's missing and what I need to put in to kind of fill it all up. But for all intents and purposes, I've finished the outline. I did not look at the rest of it, so the rest of it could be more bare bones than I remember it being, but I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm just gonna roll with it because I'm tired. Did I say what time it is? I don't know. It's 10:30. It took me a lot longer to do than I anticipated, not because of like the actual work itself, because a lot of it was just transcribing what I'd already written down. There was just like one part of it that I had to like come up with, but because I, you know, kept getting distracted. I watched a few YouTube videos while I was like drinking my hot chocolate and stuff like that, just because I had to drink it quite quickly because it was on the colder side. It was like more lukewarm than anything, and so I knew I didn't want to be like sipping on it while I was writing. I just wanted to like drink it. So I just ended up watching some videos from Lisa with Love Lisa, because I'm quite behind on her videos. So I've been trying to catch up today because she was catching up on my videos, and it reminded me that I really wanted to catch up on her videos. So I've watched quite a few of them today. So I did that while I was drinking my hot chocolate, and then I probably was just farting around on Twitter or something. The VMAs were tonight, so I was kind of catching up with who won what. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the rest of my night, but it's definitely not drafting. No, I have nothing left in this brain. I'm tired. I want to get into bed. So I'll probably watch a movie or something. I'm in the mood to watch like a rom-com or something. I just need to find a rom-com that I want to watch. I cannot believe I finished all of that today. I am so proud of myself. Like, I really thought that this was going to take me days to get done, but something just clicked today, and I got it done. I got it done. So it is now September 13th, it's the next day, and I've been struggling today to get the writing, and I've been trying to write for a couple of hours and it just wasn't flowing. And there's like a writing trick that people do while drafting, and it's to change your font to Comic Sans because it helps you write faster and like better without like worrying about your words, because the words look ridiculous themselves because of, you know, the Comic Sans font. But then I also at some point months ago saw like the opposite of that, where you put the font into something really pretty, like a cursive font, and it like makes everything just look prettier. So I tried doing that hack instead, and then it worked. I stopped thinking about it so much and I just kept going. It also helped that like the font that I chose in the size font that I was using, it was like barely legible, and so I couldn't really see what I was writing, so I couldn't really like read it back that well, so that helped a little bit. So I managed to get to 1,090 words for a total of 12,755 words. I did want to write more. I did kind of want to get to 2,000 today, but I don't want to like force the words necessarily, and I honestly really don't like the scenes that I have coming up, so I might try to write more later before I hang out with my friend tonight. But I honestly just kind of want to read, and I've been like making myself write instead of reading, but I also want to finish the book that I'm currently reading, so I'm gonna try to read as much of that as I can until dinner. I think it's about 3:30 right now, so I think I'm just gonna read until dinner, and then see what I feel like doing after that before I hang out with my friend. I think we're meeting at around like 8:30 or something. The words are just, they're not coming to me today. I'm getting like all in my head about it. So it's also warmer today, and I'm still wearing a sweater because I've decided that it's fall, even though the weather today is saying that it is not. So it's the 15th now, it's Friday. Yesterday I did not have a super great writing day. I wrote just over 1,000 words. My goal was 2,000, but I was just really running out of steam. It wasn't going well. I also think I just like left it to the last minute too. Like I just didn't feel like writing yesterday. I'm at like a really awkward part of the book where like I did like the bare bones outlining, and I didn't like normally when I outline I put in like some tidbits of like what they're specifically going to talk about. I did not do that this time, and I really struggle with dialogue, so I think that's been a real sticky point for me with writing this book so far, is I just don't know what they're supposed to be talking about, which is obviously like a huge part of a book, you know. But here are my plans for the weekend. We are going to the States, and I'm planning on bringing my laptop with me, and I think I'm going to aim for a 10K word weekend. So over the next 3 days, I want to write 10,000 words, because I think I've accepted the fact that there's just no way I'm going to be able to get this draft up to 50,000 words, which is like the bare minimum for a book, because I just underwrite so intensely. So I just know, okay, that I'm not gonna be able to get to 50,000, and I don't want to force myself to try and get there. So now I'm kind of low-key aiming for 40,000. And so to get close to being on track, or maybe over, I don't know, I did the math yesterday, I don't remember what it is, but to basically make a huge indent in the word count, I was thinking of doing a 10K weekend. because I'm currently at 14,627 words, so I would almost be at 25k if I did a 10k weekend. I'm just quickly looking at my outline here, and I think there's like some good stuff coming up. It's just a matter of like, is it actually going to be easy for me to write? Like, does it matter if I'm excited for it? Am I actually going to be able to write it with what is in my outline and with whatever brain power I am running on? Now, here's kind of what I'm banking on, okay? The last time we went to the States, I had a really big brainwave for this project. So I didn't vlog it because I wasn't doing writing vlogs at the time. But we went to the States, I think, at the end of July, beginning of August. And I brought my laptop with me, and I don't know, something unlocked in my brain, and I was able to like basically bang out most of the outline. Like, most of this outline was written in that one weekend, in like 2 sittings, and it's like some magic like washed over me, and it just came flooding out. Maybe it's because I don't have any distractions when I'm down there, because I don't have Wi-Fi, so that could be a big part of it, because my only distractions then are like the books that I bring and like listening to music. Like, that's basically the only distractions that I have at my disposal, especially since I typically end up writing late at night when my parents are already asleep, so it's literally just me in silence. So I'm kind of banking on having a repeat situation this weekend where, you know, the no distractions and the change of scenery just really helps unlock something in my brain, because I would really love to do a 10k weekend. So I'm including that Friday today through Sunday. So that's, I think it's 3,333 words a day, which is more than I have written this entire process with this book, but it's not the most that I've ever written in a day before. Like, I've definitely pulled really high word count days before, and it's fine. I just haven't done it with this project yet. So that's kind of what I'm banking on, is doing a 10k weekend, because essentially I just want to finish this draft as quickly as possible, as I think I've mentioned before. Like, I want to get it done so that I can work on other things. Like, once Kaylee gives me back her notes on Wim Tim, I want to be able to like jump into those revisions. I've kind of already accepted the fact that I'm not going to be doing NaNoWriMo this year. I just don't have a project, which means I haven't done a single NaNoWriMo event this year. Normally I do at least one. Oh, that's so sad. No. Oh my god, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do an NaNoWriMo, because I don't have anything like close enough to being ready to even be like outlined or anything. And I'm away for a week in October on a cruise. I don't think it's gonna be possible to do an NaNoWriMo. Oh, that makes me so sad. Oh, now my brain is like going a mile a minute thinking, what can I do to get myself to do a NaNoWriMo this year? I don't know. I could do like a cheat NaNoWriMo, where like I revise a book instead. I could do that. Cogs are turning in this brain. I'm going to think about this in a minute, because I love doing NaNoWriMo and I'd really like to do it. Anyways, wish me luck on this 10k weekend. Obviously it's already happened by the time you're watching this, but you know, just send me those good vibes anyway. I really want to do this. Okay, so I'm gonna speak very quietly because my parents are asleep, not that far away from me, but I wanted to verbally update you guys. So it's now 1:46 in the morning, which is just disgusting, and I need to go to bed because we have a busy day ahead of us tomorrow. But I just finished my writing for the day, and unfortunately I did not hit the word count that I wanted to today in order to do like my 10k weekend, so I'm going to need to catch up at some point. But we simply just got home really late. I meant to do some writing before we left for the States, and I just didn't get around to it. I procrastinated and did other things, and then we got here really late. By really late I mean like 10 p.m. And we were watching a show on the TV, and then I just didn't get distracted. I had popcorn, I was eating that and watching whatever my mom was watching. The writing's been sporadic, and just I just ran out of time because I do really need to go to bed. Under normal circumstances, I would stay up to do it because I'm not even that far away. Because I really do need to go to bed. I need to stop here. I'm at 17,001 words. I actually don't even know how much that is for the day. I'm supposed to be at 17,960. Where is my cursor? Hello. Oh god, I don't even have my bullet journal on hand. Okay, I don't know how many words I wrote today. I just did some weird math. I don't know if this is correct or not. I'm a writer, not a mathematician, but I might have written 2,374 words. I don't know if that's correct at all, but that sounds about right. So I wish that I could keep writing because, like, we're about to get to a scene that I do want to write, which I guess, you know, is a good setup for tomorrow's writing session. But the writing went okay today. It's not great. It's very bare bones. There's like no descriptions of anything. Like, they're definitely in a white room. I don't know what they look like, don't know what they're wearing, none of that. The bare bones of it is down, and that's really all I'm aiming for with this draft. I mean, it's really all I'm aiming for any first draft that I do. Okay, I just wanted to give you a quick update. I do desperately need to go to bed now, so hopefully I can have a high word count day tomorrow. I'm gonna need to write 4,292 words tomorrow to catch up. But if it's not working tomorrow, then I can just add that extra 959 words that I need on to Sunday's word count instead. But one of these days I need to write over 4,000 words to catch up because I really do want to do a 10k word weekend. Fingers crossed, and I will update you guys at some point. I don't know if I'll verbally update you again, but I'll update you at some point. Okay, so it's the next day. It's currently 1:06 in the morning, but let's just pretend that it's the 16th and not the 17th. Anyways, my camera's dying, so I want to make this really quick. But I did 2 writing sessions tonight, and I wrote so much, you guys. Like, I was really struggling earlier, but then I sat down here after my parents went to bed, and it just like came out of me. Today I managed to write 4,307 words. Don't remember how many words I said I had to write today. I just know it was over 4,000, but I think I wrote enough because I did the math. And I've written 6,681 words so far this weekend, meaning I only have 3,319 words left to write in order to hit 10k for the weekend, and the goal for every day was 3,333, so that is under what I'm supposed to write every day. So I am on track to doing a 10k word weekend. So I think that I can hit it tomorrow. I'm at like a pretty like fun part of the book, so hopefully I'll be able to do it. But I really need to go to bed because I'm really tired. We did like not a whole lot today, but we went to Red Lobster and I ate a lot of food, and I think it just put me in a food coma for the rest of the day because I've just been so exhausted for no reason. So I'm gonna curl up into bed and I will update you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Okay, so it's now Monday, September 18th, and I'm here to give you the full update on my 10k word day weekend. There were a few moments there where honestly I did not think that I would be able to pull it off. Like yesterday I woke up pretty late, and then by the time I got around to writing it was like 10 p.m. I think. So I was getting a little nervous that it wasn't going to happen, especially since the words were not coming to me super quickly at the start of last night, and I was this close to just like saying screw it, I'm gonna give up. But then I was like, no, because then what was the last couple of days for? Like, why did I push myself to write over 4,000 words if I'm not just gonna write the last 3,000 and be done with it? So after some struggling last night to find my flow and allowing myself to do some placeholders to finish scenes that I didn't feel like finishing, which has been a very persistent thing with this draft. Like, I've been really utilizing those placeholders. I've not been afraid to use them in this draft, and you know what, that's okay. Future me might hate me for it, but it's okay because it's helped me chug along. I've already accepted that this is going to be a very bad draft. It's going to be very lackluster. It's not going to be as fleshed out as it probably should be, and that is okay. you know, that is okay. So anyways, after finding some sort of flow last night with the writing, I did manage to write 3,373 words. So I wrote literally just over 10K. Like I went for the finish line and I just went slightly over it and no further. I was like, no, I'm not going above and beyond. I'm just doing the bare minimum. So my full weekend total from Friday through Sunday was 10,054 words, bringing me to an overall total for draft 1 to 24,681 words. I am so happy that I was actually able to pull this off, because like I said, I was so worried at multiple points throughout the weekend that I wasn't going to be able to do it. But I'm just really happy that I pushed myself, and I've had so many good word count days recently, because obviously the start of this book and the start of this month has been very rough and slow going. Like, this is the slowest I've ever drafted a book. I mean, I guess not really. I don't know. I'm not gonna actually sit down and think about this, but it's been slower going than normal, and sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles, and I just need to be easy on myself, and that's okay. But I'm really happy with the word counts that I've had in like the past like week or so. Like, it's very satisfying to look at my bullet journal spread and not see a ton of zeros like I did at the beginning of the month. So plans for this week going forward, I am aiming for 40,000 words for this draft, which obviously is very short, and in my bullet journal I have it set to 50,000. I just don't think, with the way that I'm actually drafting it and the amount of placeholders that I have been putting in, I just don't think I can get to 50,000. I mean, obviously there's always a chance that I could. Obviously some scenes end up being less underwritten than others, just kind of depending on what kind of mood I'm in, how the words seem to be flowing, but my gut is telling me that it's going to be around 40,000 words, and I'm not going to be super hard on myself about that. I'm just going to go with the flow and see what happens. But I think I did the math yesterday. Let me see if it's still in my calculator history. Yeah, so I think I need to write just under 1,300 words a day from now till the end of this month to reach 40,000 words, and I think that's very doable, and I think that I can even write more than that on some days, again depending on how the writing is kind of flowing and how much I want to push myself. I think today I'm going to aim for the bare minimum, like the just under 1,300 words word count goal, simply because I'm tired and it's already 3 p.m. and I've done nothing but film a clip for a reading vlog, and I started doing some laundry, and so I'm just not feeling fully in the mood to do a lot of writing today. And especially since just doing a 10K weekend, I do think I deserve just a little teensy tiny break from like doing the most. So I just want to have like a chiller writing day today. I also wouldn't mind editing a video. I need to edit the previous writing vlog that you guys have obviously already seen, but I have yet to edit that. And I want to do some reading. I'm currently reading The Awakening by Kelly Armstrong. This is the second book in the Darkest Power series, which was one of my favorite series as like a preteen. But yeah, just on my agenda for this week is a lot of writing, a lot of video stuff. I'm trying to really get back on my grind. I've been doing really well so far this month, so I want to continue uploading a lot of videos. So anyways, I think I'm gonna quickly finish this chapter, maybe even read just for a little bit, just to, you know, ease myself into my day. I'm taking this Monday quite easily. I have been enjoying writing in the evenings anyway, so hopefully I can get to some writing this evening. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna sit down and do some reading. Okay, I wasn't going to update today because honestly I don't feel like filming today, but I told myself in my head, I didn't tell you guys, but I told myself in my head that I wanted to end this vlog once I hit 30,000 words, but I've not written in the past week. So I didn't think that it was gonna happen today, or honestly anytime soon. I don't know if I updated you guys on what the word count was before, but it was 27,072 words, and I don't know, I didn't think that I was gonna get any writing like enough writing done today, I guess. And it honestly started off really rough. I like opened up my document and then I just kept going back on like Twitter, watching YouTube, reading, and I don't know, I've just felt very easily distracted today. Like I haven't been able to really focus on much of anything. It's been one of those days, which is why I'm so shocked that after I watched The Voice, I was able to come in here and actually get a lot of work done. So I managed to write 3,619 words for a total of 30,691 words. I was gonna stop like just before 30,000. For some reason the word count tracker like disappeared from the bottom of my document, so I didn't know how much I was writing. So when I checked it, I was at like 29,500 roughly, and I was like, oh, like I might as well just get to 30,000. And then I hit 30,000. I think I was at like 30,100 words maybe, but I was like in the middle of a scene, and so I was like, well, I should finish the scene. And that has brought me to my total, which is almost 30,700 words. I'm really happy with that. I'm like way behind, so I don't know how possible it is for me to finish the draft of this book this month, because when I estimated that this book would be 40,000 words, I think I was very wrong. Do I think I have enough to get me to 50,000? I don't know. I think that I have definitely maybe enough for 45,000. Historically, I've been very wrong with my word count estimates, so I could be completely off here. I'm not even at the midpoint yet. We're only a couple of scenes away from the midpoint, but like we're still in the fun and games here. So I guess I'm not like underwriting the book as much as I thought I was. Some parts are definitely like severely underwritten, and I'm definitely lacking in like descriptions. Like they're always in a white room, or like, you know, I never know what they look like. And I'm definitely using a lot of placeholders, like scenes that I'm just not finishing or like whatever, because I'm just trying to get to the end of this book. So if I'm not feeling it, I'm kind of just like, I can worry about that later. But if I think that this book could be 45,000 words, I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it, because that would mean that I still have 14,309 words left to write. So if we just divide that by 4, oh, I could. I could. I'd have to write nearly 3,600 words a day to get to 45,000. And I'm not saying that that's impossible, because it's not. But I don't know if I can keep it up every single day. So things are looking not great. They're looking very stressful, and I'm very nervous. But you know what? All I can do is try my best. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're just gonna see what happens. I just realized I was gonna like just end this clip, and then I realized I'm ending the vlog. Like the vlog is ending here. Okay, so editing Brittany here. I just wanted to pop in before this video ends to give you guys an update on my writing since I ended this vlog. I meant to start another vlog immediately after finishing this one, and then I just didn't get around to it. And it's now October, and I actually did finish drafting Mission Rom-Com at the end of September, and so I just didn't film any of that, and I'm really sad that I didn't, but here we are. I'm just popping in to give you guys an update. So the draft is finished at 44,665 words. I pulled some high word count days in the last few days of the month, and I wrote 5,663 words on September 30th. I was up till 3 a.m. writing, so technically it was October 1st, but it's fine. It's like I wrote so much, and I definitely could have brought it to 45,000 words. Like my estimate was correct in that regard, but I was just so tired because, like I said, it was 3 in the morning. I didn't want to be doing it anymore. I didn't want to like sit there and just write words to write words. I just wanted to get the like bare bones of the scene down and not worry about making it good and adding details. Like I just wanted to get to the end of the outline and get to the end of the book before October, and I did do that. The ending of the book is not great, like it's very lackluster, but that's just how it ended up being. I'm very happy to be done this draft. I cannot believe that I have written 8 novels. I am so incredibly like proud of myself and like shocked. Like I don't know, I'm just really happy that I managed to finish this book in September, and I'm actually shocked that like for once my estimate was like pretty much correct of it being around 45,000 words. Good job, brain. So yeah, I just wanted to pop in and let you know that I did indeed finish drafting Mission Rom-Com, and I am so excited about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below and let me know what you've been up to writing wise, because I'd really love to know. Subscribe if you have not yet already, and I will see you guys next time.